Hey
I think
guys,
we're
it's
live.
it's me. I am puppeting Paul Duncan real quick while I get a camera set up. Keep going. Bye.
All right, Paul Duncan, question for you. Why have you yet to stream? Where have you been? What's going on? Where's your videos?
I was actually recording this morning, so
Oh,
uh,
good. I love that.
I'm making progress. Had a few videos I needed
Recording's
to get
not
out of the way.
uploading.
I
What was it?
should
He said
fix it
he was
so that the
uploading.
audience, yes, I should fix it so that the audience can't unmute themselves.
Uh, oh, so what are you working on now? Like, what are you filming lately? Like, what were you filming?
I've got a couple eCam videos. The one video that I've been wanting to do, um, that I kind of discovered on the airplane. I'm starting to redo that one because there was some
Mm.
issues with the first round. And I'm going to drop a Stream Deck button uh, video and just kind of leave it with, do you want to see more? Let me know in the comments, kind of thing, and see what happens. Just to trying to decide which channel to put it on. I think I'll
How
probably
many
put it on
channels do you have?
the moderator channel, and then my, all the fun stuff videos.
All
So
thing
like the
goes on
video
one
that
channel. Stop messing around.
what?
You can't keep
Yeah, I
up
was
with
like, why do
one. You
you
No,
don't
have
need two
two?
channels. Just use all of the
because I
moderator
did.
channel. Forget the other.
No, I do
Like, you
not
put your
want
home
to.
movies on the other one.
I don't want to put like the video that I'm doing talking about this movie and how it fits in with content creation. That has nothing to do with moderating, and I don't want to put stuff not relating to moderating on that channel. So everybody, I've
Who
heard
told
both
you that lie?
sides of I've heard both sides of the fence, and I made my decision. So I'm going to have two separate
But
channels.
I'm saying, who told you that lie? Like, explain to me what the problem is. I'm not making trouble. I'm being dead serious because everybody
No,
needs to hear this.
it's the moderator channel has everything dealing with moderator. It has videos on moderating, and I have over 500 people that have subscribed to that channel because of my moderating content. They're not there to hear me talk about I'm doing a challenge for this or I'm doing a challenge for that. So that's why I'm keeping them separated. Maybe a totally big mistake, but it's the mistake that I'm going to make.
Okay, I got one more question.
As long as you post, I don't care
If
where your post is.
Netflix puts
Just as long
on
as
a
you get some
documentary
uploads.
about sports, are you canceling your subscription?
No, I just don't watch the sports, but I've
Bingo.
Doc, he made a decision. Let him live.
No, I'm trying to help everybody who's trying to do two channels. Here's the problem with trying
Yeah.
to do two channels when you don't even do one. You are making your job way harder for no apparent reason. And like I say, the what you call it is called 911, right? So you do 9 for them, and then 1 to sell something, and 1 of whatever you want to connect your personality to the channel. So if movies is your personality, you just throw it in there. You don't have to make a whole separate channel because literally it's just adding extra
even
funk to your funk
even
that
Renee
you
said
already are
separate
struggling
channel.
with in the first place, and so you're making it more stressful. I mean, you do what you want, but I'm just telling you for everybody else that needs to hear it, don't do what Paul's doing because it is insane. And the people that bring that up brought it up because everybody's like, well, it's going to harm your channel. You can't harm a channel that doesn't exist yet.
But I do exist. I have subscribers to that channel that subscribe because of the moderating content that I put out there and that are asking for more moderating content, which I'm working on. So even Renee, when he talked about the YouTube channel, he said separate channels. So I've had several people I've talked with that have suggested gone the separate channel avenue. So like I said, it may be a complete and total mistake, but I'm willing to make the mistake and see what happens.
People told me I needed Jesus, but go ahead.
I see an argument for both ways. You know,
Mm.
they have different end games, but all I want for Paul Duncan is to post videos. That's my number one.
And so we're
You can
at the
post them
question
anywhere.
already of I'm trying to decide
Mhm.
what channel to put it on. That's the breaking point, right? Like that's exactly the thing that we're attempting to avoid is avoid
Well,
friction. And whenever you're stuck in a position where you got to decide what channel to put it on, that's exactly the breaking point. And so everybody needs to hear why you need to stick to one channel. Now, Paul, you do whatever you want because you're just stubborn like that. But these are the breaking points. Whenever you wake up in the morning and go, what channel should I put this on? Should this be a long or should this be a short or whatever? These are the friction points that we are trying to get people to stop because it's literally what's holding people back is these minor decisions that you have to make. And there is a word for it, like trying to get rid of all unnecessary decisions. But right now I'm too old and tired to remember what that is.
I mean, when I thought about that, it was like, okay, with the Stream Deck button, where should I put it? And it was like, it does make sense to put it on my moderating channel because a lot of the buttons that I ultimately will be talking about relate to, the stuff that I do for moderating and things like that. So, it was just like a brief question, like, which I answered. Anyway, what are you up to, Mary Lou?
Oh, I'm sharing the stream, trying to get people to come and hang out with us. I saw the community stuff was like kind of unlocked for, is it unlocked for everybody? So I've been trying to play with that. I did a panel yesterday for a membership that's for sketch comedy people that want to do sketch comedy and then in their content. And it was interesting because there was, a couple people on there and I had the similar argument of like, you don't need to be everywhere, especially if you're not posting, like pick one and get really good at that. And I got pushback from the other people on the panel who, they were like, no, you got to post everywhere. You got to post everywhere. You got to post everywhere. And I was like, yeah, if you're at that level, but
Yeah.
if you're not doing anything, then we just got to get you out, out in the world. I have definitely been like, I'm my one channel, Mary Lou. Mary Lou has everything. You're going to hear everything about everything. But been building that for a long time.
Yeah, I think if when I started, I would have built it more in a kind of like an open discussion environment, that probably would have made sense at this point. But I've got you know a lot of subscribers. It keeps going up every
Hey,
month, and my
Monty.
views keep going up and all that stuff. So I just I hesitate on tweaking that too much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got over 23,000 views or of my channel, which is insane. And like I said, it keeps going up every month. So
Let me tell you how I've had to unpublic. I guess I did unlisted all of my CapCut content, which is like what was a big driver for my channel. But
yep.
I've decided I'm not doing CapCut anymore. And I was like, okay, this is a choice, but it's good because I was wanting to get away from too many tutorials. Like, I don't mind sharing some information, but I've been doing them for so long. And, I feel like I can put tutorials inside a video creator club. If people want help, there's a place for it. But on my public facing stuff, like, I need to be selling the product of me, the product
Yep.
of personality. So I started to share some stuff like about the artist way and like how I'm feeling about things. And those are getting way more engagement than any of my tutorials. Because the tutorials, right? Somebody comes and that's the one thing they need. And then they maybe subscribe, but you'll never see them again until you post about that exact, that same thing.
Well, and
So
I think too, with the whole issue with it's going to be interesting to see if CapCut kind of like does like some others have done and go, oh, we really screwed up. Never mind, we've changed this. But it's like with CapCut going away, now people are scrambling to try to figure out what else can I use, what else can I do, and all that stuff. And I think anybody that starts posting those kind of videos and stuff, it's going to hit like CapCut did when it first started. There's a creator that basically has course on taking pictures with an iPhone and other types of stuff. And they have a video editing course that is completely based on CapCut. And this past weekend, they were hyping up this course and selling it and all this stuff. And I went in and kind of looked at it, and it was like it's fully based on CapCut. And I'm like going, with everything that CapCut's going on, and you're doing this, it's like made me kind of want to question things.
Sunk cost, they did all of it, like my whole course. It's like it was so many things, and I was like, you know what, and that's okay. I feel like, because so we're going through the artist way in Video Creator Club, and shadow artist is like a thing that's coming up, and it's like if you're creative but then you find yourself in a supporting creative role, and it was something that I was kind of realizing in like being hiding behind the tutorial as a shadow artist, right? So it's like, I can create, but I'll teach you how to create, right? When I'm like, I could just be making the videos as opposed to talking about making the videos. So this is the, like, Gretchen said, I'm in full battle mode with this this particular thing, and with the CapCut drama, it kind of just forced my hand.
Yeah.
So it's either, this is my crossroads. I decide, do I start public content teaching another platform, another tool, or do I stop? I mean, like, all of that. And that's the decision, is all of it. If I'm going to teach something, it's inside Video Creator Club. And I start working on my brand, because, like, girl, I've been doing this so long. And I was like, we need to, it needs to fly. Like,
Yep.
we got to fly.
Yes. And I don't know, sometimes I think things that happen around us, like the whole thing of CapCut going away, different things like that happening are kind of like writings on the wall. It's kind of, I always refer to it as the Mother Nature's 2x4. It's like, I always hate it when I get whacked upside the head. And it's like, I'm almost 70 years old, and I'm still trying to learn to make the adjustments before the 2x4 hits me upside the head. And I was thinking of this last night with the ending of ENN and some of the word, lots of rearrangements in the Ecamm, video schedule. It's like, I'm not moderating as heavily as I used to be. And it's like, so now I
So what do
have
you do instead?
this time, and it's like, it was like this little voice in my head at 3:00 this morning going, what's your excuse now?
Yeah, like, really, in the artist way stuff, it's called, like, synchronicity. It's, you start, like, things just start aligning in a way where you must make change
Yeah.
for
And
the
I
better
mean,
for you.
3:00 this morning, I'm like, I wake up for some crazy reason and all this stuff is in my head. And it's like, so I have like a notepad, and I'm like starting to write notes of all this stuff that was coming. Because I've learned too, at being almost 70, that when a thought comes into my mind, I either need to type it or write it down, because in 5 seconds, it's going to be, somewhere in a bit bucket, someplace lost. And I'm going like,
Yeah.
what
Do you
was that I was thinking of?
gotta do your morning pages?
Yeah.
Get in there with us. Have you ever done the artist way?
No.
No? All right. Well, if you want to jump on, come on in. I'm sure you get, like, the notifications.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, oh, they're still talking about their feelings in there. Some people are like, I thought I came in here to learn how to edit. And I was like, well, yes, but we're in a
It all blends together.
spot. Yes,
Yeah.
it does. It does. It is all important. It's like creators and stuck vibes, right? We can teach you how all day long, but we can't make
And
you do.
sometimes those feelings and that stuff is what you need to get unstuck. You've got to like look at that stuff and understand where that's coming from. And that frequently, once you knock that wall down, it's like, oh, you're able to walk through and go further down the path now and stuff. So yeah.
It was good. It's good stuff out there. And like, I'm love seeing everybody's growth in general. We're plucking feathers, and yes, Gretchen, we're just like, whack, come on in. we're facing all sorts of stuff. Oh, have you ever uploaded 1 second still image to go in short video so you can set it as a thumbnail? Like, yes, I've done, like, the first frame, if I want that to be the thumbnail, it's just like you just make it as short as possible. I don't do it often, but sometimes if I'm in a like I need everything to look nice vibe, then I'll do that. Or on the video, I'll make a like the title card comes up while I'm talking, and then I just find a screenshot within the time that I put the title card up. That's kind of my solution. And then also sometimes I'm like, it's fine, my face looks crazy.
Yes,
That's what she looks like. You're doing one now? Good. What were you gonna say, Paul?
I said, yeah, there are some mornings where I've been pulled into something, and it's like, I've popped in, and it's like, I hairs all over the place, and it's like it's when it gets longer, it gets crazier, and it's like, this is the way I am. You wanted to talk this early in the morning.
This is it. This is who we
what
are.
you get.
Why did ENN wrap up? I didn't get to see it yet.
They were, it kind of had it's been 111 episodes that they'd done, and it kind of
like
just
many
got to
years,
a point,
right?
yeah, it got to a point where it had served its purposes, and we're looking at doing some new fresh stuff. Anna has a stream that she's looking at doing. Fulgence has got some things he's working on, so we kind of decided that in order to make room for the what's new, we needed to kind of get rid of everything kind of sooner or later comes to an end, and it just was time to to end that and step off into some other stuff. Jill's got a bunch of stuff that she's working on, new things that we're doing. We're looking at also doing more workshop kind of stuff instead of so many ongoing series and stuff, so we can get a variety of different things out there. But who knows, it 6 months down the road, it could all change. We could add some new things, make some changes come in and stuff like that. But we're trying to make room for more workshops, because what we were finding is when we did workshops, we halted all the streams for the week so that there was the ability to attend the workshops and stuff like that. So we're kind of revamping and looking at doing some new fun stuff. The bald guy's here now.
Dun 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 dun.
You got in late yesterday.
You can't even hear it.
Oh, doesn't have yours yet.
Listen,
I'm surprised you're awake.
Doing a 3-day challenge.
Dude,
amazing.
You know me.
Yes.
I don't have time for the bullshit excuses everybody else has. Like, that's just not in my wheelhouse. And you do what y'all do what y'all want.
Tired.
But if y'all like making excuses for why you can't do shit, it's the reason why you can't do shit. And I learned in the military, how you do anything is how you do everything. So, no, bitch, stay still. Hold on. Yeah, so like the idea of, oh, I'm tired, I'm not going to go do the stream for the other people that's supposed to be there. Right now, there's only 13 people. But imagine disappointing 13 people because you want to be selfish. That's just not in my wheelhouse. So I go do what the hell I got to do, show up for the people when I say I'm going to show up, and then I'll be tired later. Like, and then honestly, me staying in the bed for this hour and a half, whatever the fuck, sometimes me and Mary Lou get in the thing, it's 2 hours. Is that going to make me not be tired? No. So honestly, like, yeah, you can't, how do I explain this in science? You can't make up sleep. Let's just understand that, right? So people be bullshitting with that, first of all. Scientifically, you can't make up sleep. If you lost it, you lost it, right? It's not a recoverable resource. And then second part is, every time you tell yourself, well, I'm not going to do this because I don't feel 100%, then that becomes the habit. That becomes the easy way to get out of doing some shit you don't want to do. And procrastination is protection in disguise. There's all of my weird reasons why I will never do that bullshit. It's not in my wheelhouse. All right, this is going to be the look.
Blue's just smiling over there.
What? Well, because
he came in hot, so
dude,
let it land.
Dude, I'm a thug, man. I'm sorry. I can't understand the excuses that people be having, and then wonder why what they're trying to do isn't working out for them. I'm like, it's not the algorithm, it's not the problem, it's not the software is hard, it's you. Because even if you knew how to use the software, then there's going to be a different excuse.
Joel, this water bottle is really cool. It's got MagSafe on the top. You can mount your phone on
Good.
it. So it's a tripod and a water bottle.
Yo, we gave those up at camp.
Always ready.
Yeah.
Dude, stop messing with
With
the
the
curves. It's just
with
fine the
these?
way it is.
I
Yeah,
didn't see these.
yeah, we did. We got one. Mine's over here somewhere. It says Camp Courageous on it, and then it has the. It
Oh,
doesn't say Camp Courageous. That's just what I made up.
that's okay.
All right, we're gonna call this a day. Listen, man. Listen, I tried to put the roadcaster video, which we used at the show, so I know it works. It doesn't want to work. I tried to, like, 2 different cam links, but they suck, so they didn't want to work. So today is Insta360, and we're gonna make it work, and we're gonna not give a shit because what we gotta say is more.
Which one is it?
Link,
What are we doing?
whatever.
Oh, the link.
Yeah,
Mini link.
it just didn't want to. It didn't want to behavior itself. Uh,
Sometimes you have to go back to the simple stuff.
yeah. Sometimes it just works. Yeah, in a way. So, in general, going back to what we were saying just a second ago, the the idea of you got to be careful when you give yourself an excuse, okay? And then first thing we should do whenever we give ourselves an excuse is parse that excuse because there is a very fine line. I mean, we talking about mosquito pubic hair line difference between a reason and an excuse. Because I myself, in my masterful excuse making days, used to be like, it's not an excuse, that's the reason. And there is a fine line, right? If you go outside and it's raining and you get wet and you say, I'm wet because it's raining, that's a reason. Okay. But 9 times out of 10, when the reason is to stop you from doing something that you know you kind of like don't really want to do, or that you're scared to do, or that you're nervous, your reason is probably an excuse. And then, of course, the Doc Rock Supreme mode. Why is she calling me when I'm live? The Doc Rock Supreme mode is your excuse is 100% valid. So what? 1 second.
Now what is the last part of that?
I was like, dang, we didn't even need to show up. We just let him go today.
Really?
You triggered it, and now
I always
it's
trigger it.
live.
I was like this morning,
So,
do I really want to put myself through this today?
see, we should have been talking about something else like shoes. Yeah, there's like reasons, excuses that, I guess it depends on the mood I'm in. Because I think I'm emotionally exhausted. I'm like, sure, whatever you want. Whatever you
I
want.
spent the weekend between the streams I did with Card Party and stuff like that. My friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, his father died. And so I've been kind of playing, support for that and stuff. So I've been spending a lot of time talking with him or going to visit him and all this stuff. Because he was in a situation where he's gay, but his father didn't accept him. And it was his mother's trying to give him guilt for not, showing up more, and his father's end times and all this stuff. So he's been dealing with a lot of stuff in his head. So I've been trying to kind of help him realize what he needed to do. Fun stuff.
Yeah. We've been getting into talking about like forgiveness and forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for other people,
Yep.
things like that. There's nuanced discussions happening. And I'm thinking I'm just going to pull up my Notion, and then what I'm going to do.
Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. Sorry, guys. There was a plumbing emergency. And these fools want to charge freaking $700 to change a wax ring. I'm like, yo, I could change a wax ring in my sleeve. You're not charging $700 for that. You out your mind.
At least you're not flooding again.
No, it's not at my house. It's at the other house.
Good.
I'm like, I know, little kids, they be jacking up the toilet. I don't know what Emma's doing. I'm not spicy. I'm not spicy. How come when I speak facts, it's spicy?
It's because it was hot. It came in hot, and we couldn't see your face.
Why is it hot?
Just start the recording.
Huh?
I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready. I'm gonna guide us through this because you got everything you need to say today. We got a camera.
Yo, see, here's
We
what
got
happens when I get tired. I turn off the "Let me try to
Mhm.
protect your feelings" button because I need that energy just to keep my eyes open.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah. Like and absolutely. We know this.
I mean, at the
Like
end of the day,
I am
people,
not
at the
surprised.
end of the day, the reality is feelings ain't facts. And you can win with your feelings 100%. You can championship your feelings fucking journey, but you're probably not going to do what you want to do, whether it's regarding to creativity or weight loss or finally getting a divorce or finally getting married or finally having a kid or paying off that mortgage. Like, whatever your plan is, what you're trying to do, if you're basing it on feelings, like I got a feeling tonight going to be a good night, the chances are, if you wear a silly grin, you are not going to win that bet because feelings ain't facts, right? Remember when more than 80% of the planet thought that if you sailed past Spain, the monster was going to get you and you would die? You remember that? Like, that was the thing, right? Remember when people thought
Start the live stream.
Gonna fall off
it's
the
been
earth.
started? It's been
The
started.
podcast?
Oh, you want me to
Are
record
we
that?
in it?
No, we're just live. I didn't start the
Like
recording yet.
this is what we're talking about.
Oh, we're going to keep this? All right,
I
then.
want to start the recording of the podcast and have you talking on this because you got a lot to say and it's good and I think it's juicy.
All right, well, let me 86 this old dude.
I
From
just
the
want to
word down.
utilize it and then I'm just gonna like make you
The
talk.
new Doc Rock.
Hey, I'm gonna just leave it there. Like, Paul, you gotta lip sync while I say fiery stuff, and then it won't come out as bad. Hold on. What the heck am I doing? I don't even know how to work Ecamm. I've been working Ecamm for 4 days in a row, and now I forgot how to do it.
Christiana, hi.
You've been
Hello.
I
card
think
party.
Christiana's your first time catching us on the live stream.
Oh, she gonna be sorry about that. She's like, why?
No, she's good. She's ready.
Like,
She's ready.
why?
She's in breakthrough mode.
Sorry, Jay. I've been doing all kind of weird, crazy stuff. Oh yeah, I had to answer the plumbing phone. Sorry. Christiana, welcome. Which I'm glad you're here to catch us live while we cause troubles. All right, I think we're caught it up. All right, so you just want me to press? Are we not going to notion it? We're just going to go for broke?
No, we're gonna go. I have the
Oh, you got it?
the basic
All right,
outline.
cool.
I got it. I got
All
it.
right, good. I don't even want to look at Notion right now. All right, let me start
Don't
the
do it.
record.
You don't even need to open
You
it.
got questions for me so we can start it?
Oh, we're gonna continue talk about excuses.
Yeah, okay. So, but you know how to do, hey,
Yeah.
do you da-da-da-da, your little Mary Lou intro?
Oh, my like cold open.
Yeah, that's the word. See,
Yes,
I know
yes,
these
yeah.
words. You know I know these words. I don't know where they go today.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Are you good with
Okay,
that?
let's see. What's our hook? We are gonna say yes. Okay, let it go.
All right. Dang, I love this. Yo, guys, we riding dirty today because Mary Lou's a producer and I'm a consummate professional. Let's go. I love this. This is going to be fun. All right, I'm releasing the recording. Water bottle. I have my water bottle with my fuck coffee sticker. Fukuoka, that's the airplane thing. Here we go. Paul the appetizer. All right, I'm clicking the record button.
All right.
Creators Unstuck. F that episode. Counting down in 5, 4.
I know a lot of creators. We hear this over and over and over again. I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. But there's always a reason why we can't do this or that. Still trying to figure out, still trying to strategize, still trying to see what is the way to do it. But like truly, are we just getting in our own way? That's what we're going to talk about today. Creators Unstuck.
Hey, I'm feeling it's time to unstick some stuff. I'm in the mood.
I think Doc showed up today with like a jackhammer to get things unstuck today, which is why I was like, just go. Just press record. I will steer the ship. You just gotta be on the cruise.
Whew, welcome to the cruise ship creators Unstuck. On the cruise ship.
I'll be.
Unstuck, please, pop.
I'm your captain. He's the cruise director.
I'm
And
Julie.
what was coming up?
Yay, I get to be Julie. I like Julie. So does
When
that
we,
now make Paul Doc and then the other Paul Gopher?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know all these names.
Oh, you're
Whatever
too
the
young for
references, I
Love
don't catch it.
Boat? Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
I made you older than you are. My bad. Yeah, Love Boat was a 80s kind of show about this cruise ship, and then they used to, just make people fall in love on the Love Boat. Yeah, it was good. It was a good show.
Yes, I love this. From our live studio audience, Doc is the hammer, Mary Lou is the WD-40. No matter what, you getting unstuck. Let's
Dang.
get unstuck. So, okay, we were talking about excuses. And you traveled, you've just been traveling. You were up late traveling all day yesterday, but still here for the live stream, even if it had to go like figure out a camera last second because all your gear is upstairs, is around, and all of this. But you still show up because it is important to you. Talk to me about the differences between like a reason and an excuse, and if there is any.
Okay, so I won't use the analogy that I used pre-stream. However, there's a really, really fine line between a reason and an excuse. Okay. The earth shakes in Honolulu because there's an active volcano and a dormant one. The earth shakes in Japan because it's also part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. It's on, active volcano. The earth shakes in California where Mary Lou lives because of the byproducts of the earth shaking in Japan into where I live and so forth and et cetera. If there's an earthquake in Japan, we get a tsunami in Hawaii. They get big waves in Cali. Those are reasons, right? If there is a cause and an actual effect, those are reasons. When you come up with something that you tell yourself out of the blue because you're trying to find a reason not to do or an explanation not to do what you know you need to do, those are excuses. All right. So when you say that you can't start your creative journey because all you have to shoot with is an iPhone, that's an excuse. That's not a reason. Right. Today, all of my cameras are upstairs. My connection to those cameras are upstairs. I grabbed them wrong. I have 2 suitcases full of gear. One was mostly wires and one was mostly hardware because of the packing and situation. And I know that TSA is going to go through it. I grabbed the wrong one. I was like, red or gray? I grabbed the gray one. It's mostly wires and screws and whatnot. But I got down here and it's time to do this show. I have a purpose in life. My purpose in life is to help as many people as possible get out there and start creating content because nothing chaps my nads more than to hear how bad social media is. I'm like, social media is bad because the bad people are yapping and the good people are quiet. So if I can get more good people to put out more positivity into the world can start to heal itself. I'm that dumb. I am that, don't use words on the stream. I am that dumb that I think that I can make this change. For once in my life, I'm going to be real good, going to make a difference. Sorry. So because I believe that, nothing will stop it. Nothing. Not even a free. We'll be up in here like, that was an earthquake. That's okay, good. We're still stream live. Let's go. Keep going. Like, don't. I just hand signaled my camera. It's going to move if I move, just like that. Nothing's going to stop it. And that is the difference between, having your purpose figured out versus people saying, "Oh, you should go do your passion." Your passion sucks. Purpose is on purpose. You know what I mean? And so, like, because
Purpose
I know
is on
that,
purpose.
because I know that nothing is going to stop that, including not having all of my, ducks in a row, including of not having my proper camera set up, including, I swear to you, no joke, I traveled yesterday for 26 hours. 26 hours. I slept about 3 hours on the plane in 1 hour spurts. And if I can do that, and it's not a comparison, it's just an example. Here's an example, just a little sample. Cypress Hill. If I can do that, I'm sorry. Oh, my kids had soccer. I can't do the video. Man, shut them. Go your butt in the car while your kid is getting dirty and make the video. I'm sorry. Your excuses don't work with me because I am a go, 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 go. At damn near 60, arthritis in both knees, high blood pressure, Wegovy drugs kicking in. I'm still making the video. I'm sorry. I finished working a 6-7 hour video shoot. I go to my hotel and I make the video. You guys seen it. Yesterday's video, where'd it come from? The
The
lounge
lounge.
at the freaking airport. What is your excuse, fam? Seriously, I'm sorry. I'm about to be an a-hole about this.
So I love this. Okay. This is like a really good demonstration that we're seeing play out here with our friend Doc of purpose. The reason he feels so strongly about it is because his purpose is clear. And his purpose does have to do with you as a creator. So when you don't make your content, it still messes with his purpose.
Oh yeah, it pisses me off actually.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I get
I'm sorry.
why.
I let you finish Beyonce, but Taylor Swift. Oh, that's right. You're a Swiftie. I shouldn't say that. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I care so much. It legit pisses me off when my people make excuses. Like, I'm not even joking. I get actually mad because I know that there's just dopeness in these folks. And I know people need to hear that dopeness. And it shouldn't be my cross to bear, but that's what I'm aware. I'm aware of my cross. If you don't do your stuff, you're verklimping me. It's like Tinkerbell works on the laughter of little wee children's. I work on the content of old people to stop bullshitting.
And it's like clear. So when you have purpose as a creator, right? Sometimes I feel like your excuses are strong because your purpose isn't stronger. And something that we maybe can work on for those of you who are feeling stuck is dial it down, boil it down. Let's really, really get clear about the purpose. Because Doc, what's your purpose?
My purpose is to positively impact the lives of 1 billion people. And the only way I could do that is create, it sounds really weird to say, but it's the easy explanation. The only way I could do that is to create clones of people who are also trying to positively impact the lives of as many people as they want, pick a number. And so if I can keep doing that, then I can get to this number, right? So every time I teach somebody to do what they do, like say for instance, me putting the fire under Mary Lou's butt to get her back into doing what she's doing, and her content is off the chain. People really need to hear that, especially people who have ovarians. It's working. I get to count those folks. You know what I'm saying? When Paul Sr. grows his channel from 60,000 to 160,000 because I yell at him constantly and we fight all the time about analytics, I get to count those people. Those people are part of my count. That's part of my body count. I'm like Genghis Khan and all his children's, or that man from what is it, Amsterdam, who has like 1,000 kids because he just kept donating to the bank. It's kind of like that. It's a really stupid way to think of it, but whatever, man. I don't care how you guys get to where we're getting. I just need y'all to get there because you're slowing up the line.
Let's go. Let's keep it going. My
Sorry.
purpose is shine brightly so other people can see the way.
Come
right?
on,
Because
gangster.
your light does not take away anybody else's light.
Yes.
It
Yo,
doesn't.
man,
But
listen,
you shine as
say that
brightly
again.
as possible.
Say that again and
Shine
let
as
that
brightly.
marinate.
You shine bright so other people can see the way.
You're a flashlight.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, look, it's fine. Come on. The path is clear. Let's do this. I even dressed like sunshine today. Unintentionally. Or Big Bird. Depends.
Hey, listen, but see, when you think about it like that, like, so you just got up and you're like, I'm going to look cute today. That's what I'm fitting to wear.
Mhm.
But for the people that believe in, people that walk on water or that believe in energies and universes and things like that, you wore that outfit today for a reason. Not an excuse.
This
Ooh,
is the
that's
one.
called a callback. Raison
Oh,
d'etre.
look at that. See? You brought it back around. You
Raison
brought it back
d'etre.
around.
Wait, Joel is the Canadian. What's raison d'etre? I think that's the reason for being, right? Mary Lou is like one of those giant searchlights. Yo, you should almost have like a lighthouse in your logo. Or the
Yeah, I mean,
Hollywood,
it's
the
possible.
searchlight. Remember the Fox? Din, 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 boom, boom,
Yeah.
brrr, boom, boom. That's what that's where Searchlight Pictures come from. Is because it was a spin-off of
Hmm.
Fox.
Oh, fun. Fun fact. Fun facts there.
I just thought of it.
Yeah. No, it is the shining brightly, right? Because my stuff is definitely in flux right now because I'm working on myself, but I'm working on myself publicly because doing it will encourage other people to do it. I know this for a fact. I was sharing about my artist way journey and how I'm trying to be more vulnerable on the internet. Not even trying, I'm doing. I am being more vulnerable about my experience as a creative in life. And I've had multiple people message me and they're like, wait, are you still doing the artist way? Are you doing it with a group? Can I do it with your group? Maybe I'm going to start it. Maybe I'm going to do it. And if like my shining, my light that I'm really turning up on myself to really look at what I am doing and what I want to be doing and what do I want to do in my creative life, it is absolutely turning up the lights for other people. They're like, oh, wait, I should look at this too. I'm like, yes, let's all look at it. Let's all look at it and let's do.
Dude, turn up the lights now, baby. Sorry, I'm gonna get Kanye real quick. I like the old Kanye, not the new Kanye. Camera, stop moving. I told you to stop. Sorry, I'm so sorry, people. Today is bad tech day. Listen, I want to make sure because I know that when we say, okay, I turned it off. I
Yep,
know
you're
that when
clear.
we
You're good.
say, purpose, that messes with people because they don't really understand what that is. Okay, so let's get there. And the one thing I want to really, 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 really hammer home: purpose is indelible. It's undeniable. It's the great analgesic, like purpose over pain. It's hard to say these things when we don't have the experience, but I've seen other people do it. I've seen my mama do it, right? Like for when you're a mom or dad and you have a children, like nothing's getting in the way of that, right? Your boss is like, you got to do this, 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 and this, and you got to take the kids. I've seen people quit jobs over their boss giving them some BS to do, and they got to go do something for their kids, right? Or you're tired, you don't feel good, like you sick, something, but your kid needs a knee brace or some kind of surgery or whatever. These people working 3, 4 jobs, right, to make sure that them kids is good. All of us immigrant childrens, our parents work multiple jobs to keep these kids in check. That's a purpose. That's similar. That's a very similar thing. It's something so deep level of like you seen your mommy go to work with a fever because she needed to feed you. So out of respect for your mom and your meemaw them, like get your shit together. Stop being a
And
dick. Right?
and then Doc is our mommy going to work with a fever and comes home and like, you didn't vacuum? I
Dude,
went to work with a fever and you couldn't vacuum?
old school LGL people know, probably dumb, but I waited for the coroner. The coroner came, took my dad. I came back and did the stream. Like, probably dumb. Let's be real. Probably dumb. But I'm not cashing out for something. They told me, dude, get your ass off the stream and go handle your business. I'm like, no, I got to do this. And they're like, we will all leave if you don't take your ass back upstairs and handle your business. You know what I mean? So, like, that's just how much
It's
this
also
means.
another extreme.
No, but I'm saying that's way extreme. And I know that's stupid. But I'm telling you, that's how much it means to me. I just want to let anybody try to question me. I might knock you out. Like, I might fight you on that. Like fisticuffs. But I want to say, when you're trying to figure this out, let's start with step one. Reflect on what it is that energizes you. Like, what pops your sock, what floats your boat and hides the remote, as Diana Gladney would say. And when you come to grips with that, think about, like, I don't know the best way to explain this. Whatever type of activities you did, or conversations that you could just light up about forever, and it's a little bit more than a passion, right? When do I feel the most alive? Bigger one. When do I feel the most curious, right? And even if I'm tired after I've done this activity, like, do I sit back? All right, I'm going to say something. We got adults here, right? There's no kids in the chat. All right, all the adults are here. You ever had a walk-off homer? Okay, that's a sports reference. I get it. But you ever, like, bumping uglies and then you curl a toe? You just hit that look, and they make that face, and then you walk away from it like, ha ha, you close your little robe, you like, ha ha, and you walk off. Yeah, you're tired, you're exhausted, you sweaty, they about threw your back out. But I mean, you talk about you put the hurt on that, and then you walk away like, I'm tired, but I tell you what, I know what I'm getting for Christmas. Might be get a Rolex after that. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like having a walk-off homer after intimacy. When you finish doing that stuff, if you feel like that, like you just smashed, that's probably in your purpose. If you got a question, do I feel like making this content about this? You are maybe chasing the bag. You might be chasing something else, but it ain't your purpose. When you walk away from your purpose feeling like you just smashed, fulfilled, tired, sweaty, but accomplished. Yeah, that's it. And that's a weird ass analogy. I'm sorry, but if y'all had kids, y'all done it before somewhere. I'm just saying. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? And then so after you get that idea of what it is that energizes you. I mean, like real deal Holyfield energizes you not because somebody else said, not because, all the other people said or it's trending, but because like it really, really, really pops your socks, right? When you get there, then you got to figure out, hey, what's my strengths in this? And it doesn't matter if you're not an expert. You just need to know what your strength is. And if your strength is, I could talk about this for 3 hours straight, that's a strength. Now you're going to share while you're learning. But if you're an expert like Paul Sr., now you're sharing your expertise. Now you're sharing the difference between a hob, a stove, a cooker, and an oven. Like, I don't know what those words means, but Paul does. Now you know what a agitator machine is, or a front loading machine, or the ones that's just a tub with the little thing on the bottom, a tin tub. I don't know. He says it all the time. I have no idea what he's talking about. I still got the one with the ringers on the top, and you put your clothes in. I'm joking. I got LG because I know what to buy. But once you know that, you start digging into like really the stuff that stands out in plain sight to you that maybe others feel. How do you describe it? You know what? See, I only know sports references, so I'm so sorry, people. They say, oh, this person can see the whole field, so that's why they're so good. Or this person can see the whole court. Or this driver can feel the track. Or this golf person, they can feel the course. When you're like that, right? Where like everything is at a level of clarity to you that you're almost clairvoyant about it. That's one of your strengths. That's one of your skills. And again, you can have that feeling even if you're brand new. You can be brand new to pickleball, but when you play, it just lights you up, right? And then you want to dig, once you got that point, you want to dig into your childhood interests. You want to think back, like before it got crazy, what did you love doing before anybody told you what you should do? I don't know if we had this conversation or if it was a conversation between myself, Katie, Jill, and Daniel this weekend, but should do needs to go someplace. Should do needs to get out your business. Did we talk about that last week?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I mean, it's a conversation we've had at some points, but listen, yeah, go into it.
Should do needs to eat a eggplant. Should do needs to go somewhere because people love to be all up in your business telling you what you should do. Well, if you think I should do it so much, then you do it. Why do I gotta do it? Like people always telling you what you should do. So think back to what you absolutely loved doing before people told you what you should do. And then the old people will understand this. As a kid, writing little short stories, making up plays, superhero stories, and like comic books, I was about that life. I was writing all the time, all the time, all the time. You get to about the 4th grade, and the teacher's like, you got to stop printing. You need to write cursive. And I sucked at cursive. So what does that should do to me? It jacks my writing. Now I don't want to write because everybody complains about they can't read my cursive. When I print like a typewriter. But school said you should write in cursive because you're an adult now. You got to write in cursive. You see how easy you could throw somebody off track with something super stupid? What does cursive have to do with? You're reading, okay? If I write the word fire on a piece of paper, run, because my voice is jacked, and it's in print, I saved your life. But if I write the word fire on a piece of paper, run, and it's in cursive, and you can't read my handwriting because the dumbass teacher said you should do, your ass is burnt. Don't mess up people's communication for some dumb stuff. Like, this is what I mean. This is where we got broke. We all got broke in a school system that was designed to build robots. I bet you to this day, teachers like Tati struggle with the kids that learn something different, but the system wants them to learn it the way that the system wants them to learn it. I got a dime against 2 fat boys that says she still struggles with that joint, like on a daily basis. All right, we'll stop at that, and then we'll come back after you guys get some more in you.
So let's talk about getting past this, the should, right?
Mm-hmm.
But tied to this, I feel like there's also shame, right? Because they'll be like,
Facts.
well, I should. This is should. Shame is like, and should are like besties. How can we get people past these things? Aside from like, just do it, which is like, yes, that is the core. But what are some other things that we can nudge people into doing?
I think breaking. See, again, these things are so cliche, and I hate saying them, but they're cliche because they freaking work. 3-step it. 3-step it. Break it down into 3 tiny steps. Oh, I don't feel like doing. Break it down into 1 step, then, you lazy melon farmer. like, come on. Like, y'all get caught up in the excuse. So I mentioned this last week. I mentioned this in the reel the other day. I mentioned it yesterday. So I'm doing this 30-day challenge right now because I challenge myself like pretty much all the time. So when y'all hear I'm doing a 30-day challenge, it's again because I be 30 day in the hell out of myself, right? Used to be the word was 21 days to make a habit. I think it's more like 67 scientifically, but still, I just do 30-day challenges all the time. And the only rule to a 30-day challenge is don't skip more than 1 day. If you skip a day, you got to go right back the next day. Never skip more than 2 days. That's the way the word works. So I'm like, all right, cool, because I got excuse makingest people in the world. Like, if I could make money on y'all's excuses, I would be a rich son of a bitch. I'll be standing next to Elon and be like, carry my bags, you tall freak. Because y'all be making like some hilarious ass excuses. So, if you do a 3-day challenge, at the end of 3, you do another 3-day challenge. And then at the end of 3, you do another 3-day challenge until you're 3, 6, 9, 12, 16, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. So if you want to be that bizatch about, I can't do 30 days, do multiple 3-day challenges until you're blue in the bomba-clot face. And I know this works, and Paul's going to laugh because Paul's seen it happen in real time. I was doing a 30-day challenge called Vlogmas in 2020. And my friend Valerie, I ain't doing no 30-day challenge, Doc. Shut up, Doc. I ain't doing it. You're not getting me to do it. I'll do 7. The end of 7, just because I want to, not because you say so, I'm going to do it again. Then we get to 10. Whatever. Then we get to 15. And then we get to like 27, 30. She knocked it out. But she started out telling herself that she can't do it. So just to be black girl in church, I'm only do 7. And she ended up doing the whole thing. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Number one thing
What do you think the
stopping you
resistance is for
your
that?
mouth. The number one thing stopping you from doing what you need to do is your lip service. Cancel it. Unsubscribe to your lip service.
So why do you think, like, in that scenario she was so like passionately resistant from committing to 30?
Sorry.
Because in the end she did it.
No,
right?
I'm laughing because Tatiana said your vowel impression needs some work. Nobody show her the stream. Paul, no snitching. Nobody show her the stream. She would kick my butt.
He already sent it to his bestie. Come on.
Kick my butt. I was thinking about that. You just said that, and that's a good question. Like, I hate you. You be coming up with good questions sometimes. I think your answer is probably the best answer. A fear of being perceived. Like, for some reason, and, probably our upbringing, like, the idea of not completing. Okay, we're anti-participation trophy because we didn't have those. So we were either skin to win or you lose, right? Second place is first loser. That's just how we grew up. It was a different time and place. So the
Like
idea
anything that's not an A is a fail.
Yeah. So the idea of not doing a participation, not getting a participation trophy, which is why they don't do that mess no more. And yet we all up on the YouTube, we're Gen X. We didn't get participation trophies. That's the reason why we effed up now, though. So there's a combination. Like, there's a balance. There's a balance between the softy marshmallow, like toe through a strainer crap that they do now versus chiseling stone with a chisel. Somewhere in the middle, bro. We are really bad at this country at gray space. We black and white the dumbest thing. Sony PlayStation, right? Versus Microsoft Xbox. Boom. Chevy versus Ford. Boom. Like Yankees and Red Sox. But we love to versus some crap and be all in. Even right now, Paula, I mean, the country's divided. Shut up with saying that the country ain't divided. Because I tell you what, outside of Taisha, if I pull out a fat ass slab of ribs and some baked beans and some coleslaw and some potato salad made by one of my people, everybody gonna get a plate. Ain't got nothing to say. Publican, Democrat, Christian, heathen, Satanist, everybody except Taisha because she vegan. But the rest of
She'll
us,
have the coleslaw.
The rest of us would get a plate. You know what I mean? Actually, yeah, she get the coleslaw and potato salad. No,
Well,
Gretchen.
if you do like the
There'll be
vegan
no raisins
mayonnaise.
in the potato salad. I'm sorry, Gretchen. But yeah, like, I really believe that. I believe that we like to make up stuff that ain't really true, bruh, for somebody's interest. And I'm not a conspiracy theory about it. Oh my God, Ben made ribs in the smoker last night. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to Tatiana's house after this. It's just a thing, man. We be making up things to make people, like, we love to put labels on stuff, and those labels break us. Right? I am unlabeled. And to my favorite song, I am unwritten. So, yeah, it just doesn't, we're just really holding on to some old soul.
Yeah. Something that I think comes up, it goes back to the shame thing. So with this, like a specific, like, I can't do it. There's no way I could do a 30-day challenge, is because there's some part of us that's like, there's no way people want to see my face for 30 days. There's no way people want to see my face for 7 days in a row. That's why people don't post every day. Because they're like, people are going to get tired of me. And I'm telling you, they're not seeing you every day.
They're so not. Correct. I hear that. Okay, I still watch Gary Vee. Love Gary Vee, right? Because he's just about as much an a-hole as I am. But from a position, like, I want you guys to know, I'm such a dick because I care. Like, legit, that's what it is. I get mad because I care. It's not just because I'm having fun, right? And this is a branding situation that I know is problematic for me, because even there's like people on my team that think I'm being too harsh. I'm not being harsh, bro. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm trying to save you from yourself, because those excuses ain't working for you. So what happens if you tried it my way for 5 seconds? What if you gave up your excuses and tried it my way? Or, now, I won't even call it my way, because that makes it sound like heroic? What if you just tried it a different way? This is why I push back against you. Do you, girl? You do you, boy. You've been doing you for 40 years and it ain't working. So maybe you should stop doing you. Maybe you should do something different, right? It's the Einstein, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting there to be a different result. That is the definition of insanity. Albert Einstein. Like, it's one of those things, right? So I think I agree with you. I think there's this idea of shame. I think there's, this possibility that nobody wants to hear from you. But like Gary will say that you really need to be posting like 15 times a day. If you are a LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok person, then you need 5 on each. And then people hear that and they panic. I can't do 5 a day. But if you posted a long form video and 3 shorts and a community post on YouTube, you will probably gain traction. The problem is you're going to do it for them 30 days. And when happens every time, when the challenge is over, now you at full speed and the challenge is over, you go, ooh, I did my 30. I need a break. Stupid move, X-Lax. It's smooth move, X-Lax. No, as soon as you done, you go right back to where you were, stasis. Why would you go back to stasis after the momentum is working? Look, I did a 30-day challenge. My views are up. People are commenting. It's like, and they go, oh, 30 days is over. Like, that blows my mind. What the exact frick are we doing? That's like, I just hit
thought that
10,
it was coming.
I'm so sorry. Go
ahead.
I was like, you just hit 10 3-pointers in a row, and now you're going to try to do a layup. There were 2 points. The other ones were 3. If you hit 10 3-pointers in a row, bitch, get to 15. When you miss the 14th one, then you can switch to a layup. But stopping at 10 arbitrarily, that'd be about ignorant. That's how you lose a game. Knicks, I'm looking at you. Sorry.
So a couple of points, right? Of the do you situation. I think that's more for the person who said it. That's more for like, I'm not going to be insane trying to make you change because I have other things to do. So if you get that ever from me, it's because I'm like, I got to go do something else.
Yeah, I say it in a negative way. I don't say it in the coach way. When I say you do you, that's me telling you to get out of my face. I'm done with you. Like, I'm not the you do you, like, hey, girl, go, girl, you do you. Like, that's not the one. I use the do you, like, going about yourself.
Yeah,
that's different.
In Tagalog, it's bahala na.
Yeah, bahala na.
I think something like that. It's like it's like when you're. There's no like clear translation other than like that's when your parents say like, that's your problem.
Yeah, bahala na. Sige.
That's your problem. That's on you.
Tumaganda nga sigaw na.
And you're just
Sige.
like, oh no, oh no.
That's what they get. Tumahamahi mahalaga. So, exactly.
So with thinking about how often you should post and the people who are not posting at all. Okay. With content creation, I think that a lot of people want a result. They want a win. They want to be seen. They want to have their income. They want something to prove to them that this was worthwhile, right?
Yes.
If you're working a job and you work part-time, you only get a part-time check. If you work full-time, then you get a full-time check. But there is no not working and getting the check. So it's really what you put in it.
Dude, the oldest game in the business requires a little bit of back work to get the check. I'll let y'all do the science on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's crazy. Mary Lou, that is the bomb. That is a bomb. Part-time job, you get a check. Full-time job, you get a check. Either way, you got to do the work, though. People be trying to hit the lottery. They trying to hit the lottery even without buying a lottery ticket.
Yes, that is just going to come, right? That somebody, I see it a lot here of like, why am I not discovered? I was like, well, you not out doing anything. Where are people going to discover you? Like in Trader Joe's?
Yeah, your store.
Everybody in Trader Joe's is an actor. Are you kidding me?
Your store ain't
they don't
open.
care. They're not looking at you.
If your store ain't open, how can somebody buy some joint? Like, you in the mall coming soon.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Yeah, but it's like it is really like, okay, if you can't post every day, that's on you. But don't expect full-time results from part-time work.
I'm gonna take that away. I love you. I'm sorry. This is where dad
Go
comes
ahead.
in. Why can't you post every day?
Well, that's yes. Why? I don't know.
I want to
I
know
don't know
that.
their life. I post every day.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
I know you do, and I know I do. But like, this thing is why, and it's priorities, bro. So imagine trying to become a doctor, and you do not want to take the MCAT. Don't work. Like, before we got to content creating, there was many, 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 many things in life that require some work. Imagine wanting to start a family and not smashing. You can adopt. Appreciate the people that did it. Thank you, Dad. But I'm just saying, like, there's some things you have to do something in order to get the result you're talking about. And it really comes down to priorities. And even the idea of looking at somebody else and thinking that you can do that by waving a magic wand, that's priorities. To this day, there are dudes walking into Roger Dunn buying a $4,000 Scotty Cameron putter because they think that one putter is going to make them Tiger Woods. Not hitting 1,000 balls into a cup a day. They think buying a $4,000 Scotty Cameron is going to get them there. It don't work. It don't work. Yeah, that's what I said. I was adopted, Rich, so that's why I said thanks, Dad, because I was adopted. But yeah, 100%. So it's, man, listen, I think you're so right. I think you're so right. It really is about getting past the weird excuses, you know. And so one of the fastest way to help you get past those excuses, going back to my list of how to find your purpose, is you have to really explore who you want to help. And I think that's a huge thing. I always talk about this, but like, if you're just making content for making content's sake, it's not really happening, right? So, um, again, Tice is here, so we always use her as an excuse. But she decided once she started on her Zepbound journey that she wanted to help other people get there, and from the very jump, like starting out without knowing anything, not being a doctor, not being, some fitness guru or whatever, she's like, hey, people, I want to be healthy. So I'm going to start taking these things, this shot. And while I take it, I'm going to show y'all what I'm doing. I'm going to keep you updated on my impact. I'm going to eat clean. I'm going to show you how I eat clean. I'm going to talk to you about the mindset it takes to get over. Because believe it or not, family, a lot of obesity in the country also comes from mindset issues, from depression or bullying or myriad other things. You know what I mean? It's not just, oh, we lazy, right? And I hate it when people will put that on me, because y'all see me. I work harder than most people. Like, I sweat and still was fat. Like, that didn't do anything. You know what I mean? So, for whatever reason, she decided she's going to go in. She decided she wanted to help people that wanted to get over the excuses, get over the bullying, get over feeling bad about themselves, whatever. And she just started creating that content. And so at the end of the day, when you really understand at the bottom of it, purpose always connects to service. Purpose is never selfish. Purpose is always in service to others. Who do I feel drawn, like Florence Nightingale, to support or uplift? What about their struggles do I understand deeply? That's it. And then when you start to notice those patterns in your story, that matches with theirs. Your major turning points, your major struggles, your major victories. These are the things that Ty talks about. These patterns often point to the impact that you are meant to have on somebody else. So trust me, the things that I say to y'all was my own problems prior to the fact that I got rid of them. And see, I'm a different type of cat. I didn't work through my problems. I took my problems, balled them up, and went, that was it. That's just how I get down, right? Sledgehammer. I legit threw them across the room. And that was it. But you don't have to do that because maybe somebody told you you can't. Like, people be like giving people too many outs, bro. Your boy ain't got no time for outs. I just don't. I do shouts instead of outs. I
And
do
that's
want.
something I always find is like really interesting is that like you said, you just threw them out.
Yep.
You know, you can just change.
Yeah.
You
Light
can
switch.
just decide, I'm not like this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore.
Dun, dun, dun.
You know,
I'm not like that.
and then is it then a process to break the habits? Like, you still have to be the adult in the room to uphold the decision that we're going on this thing, we're doing this change, right? Like when you were a kid and like if you had to move, like we moved a lot. It was just, and now we live over here. That's it. It's not like let's work into it. It's just, and now we're here.
And
You lose somebody,
I do
and
want
now
to
they're
say
gone.
this. The question comes up, and I'm gonna give this one to Tots because I love her. This question comes up all the time. Like, do you post the same content on multiple platforms or the same platform or all the platforms? Yes. I hate to be that dude. The answer is yes. If you have the ability to post 10 different things on 10 different platforms, 100 pieces of content a day, the faster you will impact. If you have the ability to post one piece of content on one piece of platform every day, you will still have an impact. It's going to be lesser of an impact, but it's an impact. Think of it as drops of red dye in water. If you were to take a gallon of water and an old food color, and we used to use it Easter, now they got all kind of weird ways of doing it, but you would just get the one little drop. Fill it with the one drop. Doo-doo. And we still got time to rap. Sorry. Anyway, you hit the bloop. All right, that's the dye. But if you can go bloop, 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 look how much redder it gets. If you can just squish, gangster. Now we
I
talking
just like
about
cut the top off.
yeah, just dip it up in there. Right, like we're talking like cut the top off and rinse it to get it all out because we grew up Asian. Who cuts the toothpaste? Put it in the
Good.
chat.
Every last bit.
Who cuts the end of
I
the
was like,
toothpaste?
oh yeah, people
Put it
don't
in
do
the
that,
chat.
huh?
Yo, we do. I was raised by a Korean mama.
Listen,
so-
I was like, my sunblock, I'm cutting off the bottom. I
Yep.
got a scraper specifically for getting things out.
Oh my God! Sorry, sidetrack. I seen this girl took the lotion for the sunblock
Theragun.
and she put the Theragun. She went brrr, and all the rest of the lotion came out, and I was like, oh, now we have leveled up our Asian, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it because there's certain things like the beard conditioner, it all can't come out because it's so thick. So I'm gonna hit it with the Theragun and then get it all to come out into like another little dish. I'll do that into the travel container so it's easier to take with me. I was like, she is a legend. Big ups to that girl.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Jeff C is in the
Yeah,
building.
so-
What up, Hefe? Yeah.
So with like, do you post different, post the same? I post everything I can, everywhere I can. Because there is no right way to do any of the platforms. I'm telling you, like, it is just maybe what might be working now, what might be common on a certain platform, but I'm telling you, like, there is no right way because like your way might be the new way. But if we spend so much time trying to do it the right way, that is where you guys are stuck in limbo. Should this go over here? Should it not? Should it be in this channel? Should it be on that channel? Should it be this brand? Should it be that brand? And I speak from experience because I like love to strategize with ChatGPT at 2 a.m. But then when I get up, I'm like, we just post it. Let's just get things out. As long as things get out, the rest, the way will show itself because it has my whole life.
Maybach music. No, this is so true because you made me think of this is people are looking for these answers because again that's that fear of being wrong, right? And I don't know if they know it's fear of being wrong and they will tell themselves, no, I'm not scared. I just want to know the right answer because I want to do the right thing. what's right for me might not be right for you. So in a way, you got to feel confident enough that, like almost like what Paul said. God, I can't say he's right. That's not cool. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the way that I want to do it, even though it might be a mistake. You have to respect that, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah, and people are afraid to make mistakes. You're afraid to experiment.
My mom
Like
made a
you
mistake.
won't
Look at me.
know until you throw everything out. You have to put everything out
Yeah.
before you get any information.
And listen, the best inventions in the world, some of the best inventions in the world started with a mistake. Like, it's crazy. Y'all got post-it notes on your wall right now, mistake. Like, that's the most famous one. But there's tons of inventions. Like, go ask ChatGPT on deep research to show you all of the things that were basically mistakes that big upped. You know, it happens. So it doesn't matter if you make these mistakes. You can learn from the mistakes. What you can't learn from is stagnation. That is not a country I want to visit.
All right, let's do a quick pick of the week. We didn't discuss it ahead of time. Just pick something within where you're at.
Oh, okay.
Something you can
I
reach
have
right now.
I have so many. I have so many.
I know.
Because like I've been traveling, I've been doing a lot and things like that. But this pick of the week is a system, a real short system that I really want people to dive into, and it really doesn't matter how you do it. Piece of paper. I use index cards. I use blank business cards actually. Little notebook, field notes, whatever you got. But this system is known as my big three. You're gonna get up every day and you're gonna write down the three things, hook or crook, that you're gonna get done today. The absolute three things. And it is the simplest, the easiest, the freest productivity system in the planet. The big three things. And listen, if you miss one, you just move it to the card the next day, or whenever you can cook. Because it might be a weekly thing. You might be like, I can only do this on Mondays. Then you write it on the card next Monday. But if you do that and you carry that card in your pocket, or put it on your purse, or screenshot it and make it your home screen on your page, like whatever it takes for you to see that. Put the Apple Notes on the first screen of your phone so that it's sitting there at the top like a little bubble. My phone is stuck to the charger here. Then that works, right? Like however you do it. See, like I have my calendar right there. You can make that be the notes, so you can just see the three every time you pick up your phone. It doesn't need an app. It needs a pen and a index card or a notebook or whatever. Write them in your damn hand. Who cares? Just do it. Put that three and do that three. And for those of you guys who are simping, make content one of them. Like legit. And we've showed you, we've given examples. Y'all see me record short sitting right here. Yo, you could post a freaking photo and you can voice transcribe the post. And you don't have to worry about hashtags anymore because they're borderline useless. Like the companies have made it easier. Well, I can't post on IG because I don't know how to do the hashtags. Adam said F a hashtag. You know, YouTube record button straight. No app, no edit, no CapCut, no nothing. Record straight to short, send it. There. Adam and the boys put an edit app inside of Instagram. Send it. Like, I'm telling you, do that. Put the big three, make one of them content, and even if it's only a half a piece, and a half a piece means I took a picture of this lovely Igioye postcard. I can't even say it right now. Igioye postcard, and writing, like she's writing, and you're just talking about, you know, did you know? Or Dear Diary, did you know? Da 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 da. When it comes to teaching, I have found that this new system put out by such and such in this book. I mean, all you got to do is share stuff you heard us say. Make it relate to your business. I will completely, Mary Lou posted the thing, I will post the same shit right behind her, like that irritating little sister. Don't tell her I said that. Hi, Des. I will copy her like her irritating little sister, and I would just be Desaville for 5 minutes while I get this done. So that's my pick this week.
I think that's really great. When I am really on that, I have like a whiteboard where I put, here's the 3 things for today. These are the 3 things for today. And then you just get through them. You just do them. 3 things. You can do 3 things. Please. You can do 3 things. You can do. So my pick is also a system. And a system, something that I've been seeing people talk about on TikTok specifically, but it works everywhere. Every time you open one of your social media apps, your content apps, your scroll hole apps, you need to post something.
Yep.
So if you are getting on there 100 times a day, I better see 100 videos, because we spend so much time looking at stuff. And I had one creator really like explain this in a kind of interesting way, is that we consume a lot of content, right? Like, we're on the internet, we're doing these things, but we need to give back to the community. So if you are a creator that is not contributing to the ecosystem of content, then you're just a leech. And like, I don't know, we don't want to be those kind of people. Like, contribute. You got it. Just your existence is a contribution. Speaking up and saying something is a contribution. Letting someone see you and the type of person you are talking on camera is contributing, because there's somebody else who is sitting back and they're like, man, I can't do this because nobody looks like me. But you can be the one brave enough to go do it. So contribute back to the community of content with that thing you've been sitting on. And we know you've been sitting on it. We know. You can't hide from us. We see you. Every time you open an app, post something right there. Record. Camera in the app. Hello. This is what we're feeling right now. Even if it is, I don't know what to post right now, but here's my video. I promise you, eventually you will start to figure out what to talk about, because there's only so many times you can be like, I don't know. Maybe this, and then it's like a little bit more, and you're like, oh, actually, I do really like doing this. Oh, I do like talking about this. And that's my pick of the week.
Boom.
Are you working?
I do tell my nieces and nephew they got to learn to create more than they consume.
Are you making a short right now?
I'm just taking a picture so that I can post it to social. But you see what I mean? Like, Mary Lou is talking, and I'm over here. I fell in love with this new app. It's a Leica app. It's expensive, so nobody play unless you're me or Gretchen. I've been over here like playing with the Leica app because it's like having a Leica camera, and then I'm just shooting this picture and doing this thing, and I was just like, look, she's talking, so I can make a content which will get posted. Like in the middle of doing this, yo, those Zoom meetings y'all got to go to that you don't like. Make content while you supposed to be Zooming. Temporarily turn off the camera, and then make a content while you supposed to be in the Zoom. If you got that kind of job,
you're like, I don't know, my camera's not working, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, like mine almost didn't today. I mean, legit. I was just making the photo of like me and Lou up here doing that thing. So, yeah, it's really one of these things, and I like the scroll hold. Yes. One of my favorite terminologies, but it is really about the motion, man. Like, I brought this up eons ago, and then Katie uses it all the time, so she reminds me to remember to remind you. It is really hard to steer a parked car. You know what I'm saying? And I want to answer this to you, Jules. Jules is saying, I'm trying to figure out what content I want to create that will show the funny side of having cerebral palsy that might help other people not sound cheesy or lame. Figure it out live.
Start talking.
Like don't figure it out in your head, zombies. Figure it out live. With their bangs and their guns.
I thought you were going to be able to move past it, but you didn't.
Yo, when that song gets in my head, it's in there for days. Like, that song is so good. It is in my head. Zombies lives in my brain. But yeah, just don't try to figure it out. Just do it. And I do want to say one other thing real quick. Brooke, I seen you in here, family. I love that you've been putting in this work. She has been on her hustle, and I love her for this. But Brooklyn, don't you ever say to yourself that I'm not as big as y'all. I don't have as many viewers as y'all, because that doesn't serve you. Don't ever say that to yourself. It doesn't. It does. You're not. You will never be as many as most. First of all, define most, because I don't have as many as most. If I want to count, like, somebody just mentioned Peter McKenna or Mr. Beast or whatever, but I ain't trying to be them. I'm not a little scrawny white boy, so I probably will never get to that. But I don't care. That's not my point. My point is, how many of y'all can I help, right? So, yeah, like, I will love you for the fact that you said you're proud of yourself, and that, my friend, is what we're here for. So I just want to give you a virtual hug and say thank you. And then if I get a chance to come back home, I will definitely hit you up, because you probably know some better spaces to eat, because I haven't been home in like 3 years. Last time I went to go with my sister, we went to Chelsea Piers and ate some good food. But next time I'm on the block, I'll hit you and be like, if you got time, let's grab a bite, because I love the work that you're doing, and you do show up. So pat yourself on the back for being one of them show up folks. You know what I'm saying?
And like a mindset shift I want for you guys, because this is like from the beginning, like from like little Mary Lou. It's like, I am already famous. I already have 10 billion subscribers.
Yeah.
Every person on the planet is already a fan.
Speak it into existence.
And if you make your content now, because if you make your content now, like, you've got the big audience, even if you don't have the technical big audience, but if you eventually get that audience, they're going to go back and watch your old videos. I know I always go back and watch people's old videos. I'm like, I want to see what the first couple videos were. They still have that, like, your audience is there. They just might not see your channel yet, but you need to make it as if they are there, because they are somewhere in the timeline. Because also, I've like been thinking, I don't know, like Dr. Manhattan style. I'm like, time is nothing. Like, everything's happening all at once, everything everywhere, all the time. Like,
I meant to watch that on the plane yesterday, and when I was flying back and I was looking for stuff to watch, like, I have my list of things, but I say, there's a couple movies that I kept telling myself to watch on the plane when I can't sleep, and I couldn't freaking remember that, and it's on Amazon. And Hawaiian has
it's wild.
Hawaiian has Starlink, so it's fast as snot. And I was like, dang. That's super funny. I edited my video in the plane, and the two old people sitting next to me, they're a couple on their way to vacation over here. They're like, "What are you working on?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm editing the video for my community." And it's like, "Oh, what do you do?" I was like, "Well, I'm a YouTuber, and I make content to teach Gen X people that we know more than these kids out here, so we should be sharing what we know." And they're like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And the dude is like a track coach. And I was like, "Bro, put a camera in your kitchen, set it up on some books, and start talking about how they could throw the shot put a little." He could throw a shot put. There's a big dude. Every time he sat in the chair, the plane went. It was like, just muscles, right? And he was like Paul's age, which is like 80 or something. And then I was like, "Yeah, dude, just make a video, saying how you can get an extra 3 inches out of your shot put." And he was like, "I could do that." And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, yeah." And I was like, "Well, what would you make content about?" She's like, "Oh, I don't want to be on camera." I was like, "Cool, show your hands. What could you make content about?" And she's like, "I like reading books." I'm like, "Cool, do a book review. Just, have him hold the camera above your head while you flip the pages and say why you like this book." I swear she read 3 books on the flight from San Diego to Hawaii. She's one of the people that reads like, I was like, "Lady, can you get a Kindle?" Because she was flipping pages. It was cute. They were a very cute couple. But yeah, this is why I'm a content creator. I edit in public. And I stopped being a bitch, and I started shooting in public. Because even in the lounge, when I was finished doing what I was doing, people asked me, "What was you doing?" I said, "I was making video for my people on YouTube." And it's like, "But you were whispering. Can they hear that?" I'm like, "Absolutely. This is a DJI mic. This is an Osmo Pocket 3. They're like, "Oh, we've been thinking about getting one of these for our travels." And then I said, "Oh, where you going?" And then he said, "This is, swear to God, I BS you not." He said, "We're going to Morocco." And I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, one of my people just was in Morocco sending us videos of washers on the side of a camel. And they did it with a Starlink. And he reached under the chair behind the suitcase and he pulled out a mobile Starlink in a black box about yo big. So I'm like, I can tell you that it works fine in Morocco because one of my people just did it. And so again, the conversations you can strike up when you stop hiding. Because my channel suffered for the first 16 years because I used to try to hide it from my DJ people because I thought they would make fun of it. Like, this how dumb this is. Like, I'm a famous DJ in Hawaii. I am known for throwing raves with 10,000 people. And I'm like, yo, when these people find out I make YouTube, they're going to clown me. How dumb is that? I had 10,000 people that paid $30, $40 to come to one of my raves, and I wouldn't tell them about my YouTube channel. Real stupid. Real stupid.
All right, I got just a couple rapid fires,
Let's
and then we'll
go.
land this plane. Okay. What's an excuse that you still use? One that kind of gets in your way still time to time.
That's a hard one. I'm not trying to be funny. That is a hard one. I think my default to is what I don't like. Because my excuse of being timely and topical and wanting to provide the most current information is my excuse to batching. And there's such thing as evergreen. And you don't even have to try to make it evergreen. Even if you batch some stuff and it ain't evergreen, you still put the info out. Right? Like, trying to force fit it into the label of evergreen is borderline indigent. So, yeah, there's that.
One that I have heard from you is I don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the batching.
I was going to say I don't
right?
feel like it, but that's the same thing. So, okay, those are two. I will take
Yeah.
both of those. I will take both of those and wear them with a fat-ass badge.
Yeah.
Most of my
'cause there's always gonna
curmudgeon
be
is that
something.
excuse. I mean, when I'm being a curmudgeon about something, it's not always standing on business. Sometimes it's just being like, yeah, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to put my face on camera. Same thing.
Yeah, but he did it. Now he's posting every day, right? It used to be just once in a while or just the live streams, and then it was like, okay, let me post every day for a little bit, and then it was let me post a little bit more, and then let's and here we are. How many days in?
Ooh, there's so many now. I just kind of stopped counting, but I do have an app. I have an app for that. 242 days. I'm about to hit 250. Woo, 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 woo. Tomorrow is halfway through the year, too, people. Tomorrow is the halfway point of the solar year.
Here we are already. What's one thing that people could fix right now?
Their language to themselves. That doesn't require any tools at all. It doesn't require any tools at all. I just corrected Brooklyn, and hopefully she ain't mad at me because she knows I love her. She said, I must do more. And I said, I will do more. I just changed one word. 4 letters, different sentence. Must do is in the category of should excel. Okay, if should is from Macy's, then must do is from Louis Vuitton. I'm speaking Brooklyn language. It's the same thing. It's just cuter with nice little logo and better hardware. I'm speaking Brooklyn language again. It's better hardware, but it's the same thing. It's well, actually Louis is not even leather, so let's take it and make it into a Chanel. Okay, it's just better leather. That's all there is. So yeah, must do is right up there with should. If I woulda, coulda, shoulda, that's what folks always say.
Yeah, I think that changing your language is so important because what you say to yourself out loud, what you say to yourself in your head, all of it matters. It matters. Even if you're like, I don't know, nobody knows this. I'm just like going to talk down on myself. Like, it makes a difference. Do not do it. And my word that it creeps back in sometimes, but I always try to get rid of it is try.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Getting spicy. We're going to be spicy.
Sorry. I was trying to get her a link. I was trying to get Minnie a link, and then I just jacked up the whole screen. Oh, he out here. He out here doing the work, though. That's all I'm saying. Yes, and I thank you. I'm like, one thing is very important, and Brooklyn just mentioned it. We got to have thick skin, and it's not even about somebody rolled it to you and dropped the N word. I'm thick skinned to myself. When I catch myself saying dumb stuff to myself, I'll be like, self, shut the. I am New York to myself. So, yeah, you got to sometime. And I listen, this dumb, okay? I'm going to let you have that as dumb. I still say these things out loud to myself, right? What would I do if I couldn't fail? I'm in the kitchen, hands in the dishes, making, ganduri rice or something. Like, what breaks my heart that I can't fix this, right? Like, what would I do if I can't fail? What would it look like if it was easy? Like, I am a creator, right? What problem am I uniquely qualified to solve? Like, I say these things out loud. I do not write them down on paper. I do not do them softly in my head. I'll be driving, talking to my damn self. I'm like, Doc, what type of content bullshit excuse are you going to put your foot in the ass of today? I legit say these things out loud because I'm speaking it into existence. I refuse to lose this. I refuse. So I don't care if y'all get irritated with me. I find more people that will do this because I'm going to keep going. Even if y'all start watching tomorrow, I'm still going. If I'm talking to myself, I'm still going. I am that committed. And I don't know how. I'm going to keep working on it. But I want y'all to be that committed about whatever the hell you're doing. Whether we talking about grits or groceries, I want you to be that level of committed to it.
And this, my friends, is Doc Rock. You find him all over the internet at Doc Rock.
DOCROCK. And thank you, Mary Lou. Your guided. Let me control this maniac day came out on point. So you can find Mary Lou Mando. She is an awesome producer at Mary Lou Mando with no E except no E in the end. I could never say that. All over the internet. And be in the sunshine, be in the lighthouse that y'all need. Like, legit. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. No, I'm not lying, folks. When I be on my trips, I'm doing my stuff. It's almost like, the bracelet. Like, what would Mary Lou do? Like, I swear I need a bracelet like that. We were doing something, and we needed to do some last minute things on the fly. And legit came up. I was like, what would Mary Lou do? She's a producer. She would handle this. And then me and Daniel brainstormed it real quick, and we came up with a solution. So these are the type of impacts that I just want you to know that you make, because this is what we do this for. We do this in order to make an impact. We're not necessarily out here trying to get rich. Like, that part comes. But we are definitely trying to make the impact. And so when you catch yourself in the position saying, how would I do X? And then you think of a person that you watched on the internet and they gave you the solution. Even if the video's old, go back to where you got that from and comment on that person's video. I'm going to say every day when we end these streams, we want you to be a part of this creator community. And there's 3 things that you need to do. Number 1, first and foremost, love yourself. Because ain't nobody else fitting. And even if they do, love yourself more than them. Number 2, create content. Every time you open the app, like Lou said, make a short. It would take you 15,
And you're already
20
in the
seconds.
app right
You're
now,
already in
so
the app.
you know your old one.
You 15, 20 seconds in, right? I just opened the app 15, 20 seconds in, and then Tatiana, okay? She opens up LinkedIn because that's where she likes to hang out. I don't know why she's crazy, but we love her. Tatiana opened up LinkedIn. Hi, teachers. I just wanted to send you a little moment of respect to let you know that We love you, teachers. Thank you for putting in and being the person who's out here teaching. And I just want you to know that you are respected. That's the short. That's the whole entire thing. Like that is 7 seconds of love to change some teacher who is struggling with that irritating ass principal. Hopefully K-Walk's not here, right? Okay. That irritating principal, that one student, that one parent that's getting on their nerves, letting them know that you see them, letting them know that you're part of the team, or just I'm sending out a call to all teachers, come and represent today. Teachers represent. Like that's your short. That one tiny little thing will make somebody's freaking day. And then the last part and the final thing is go comment on people's videos. Liking and subscribing is cute, but commenting and sharing the love is the most important thing we can do to each other as creators. I don't care if nobody else does it. The LGL people, we comment on videos. We send love. That's it. That is it. That is my story.
You have been unstuck with creators Unstuck, Doc Rock, and Mary Lou Mando.
I don't know what y'all say around here, but we like to end the stream with "See you." Get it? Creators Unstuck. See you.
Good job, Doc.
That boy is stupid. That boy is extra stupid. Hey, dude, Cleb, you are on fire, girl. You are on absolute fire. Cleb has been putting out some of the best stuff. It has me dying.
You got to subscribe to the newsletter, friends.
Yes, it's called
Unserious.
Seriously
Club.
Unserious. Seriously Unserious at unserious.com. I can't even say it. I wonder if I can spell it.
Doc Club. I'll pull it up.
Yo, how to do OBS, and I don't know how to do OBS at all. We're hard e-cameras over here. I wonder how. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm gonna see if I could think of somebody who is an OBS person. I will send them your way. I quit OBS because it gave me a brain headache, and I'm a smart person. The next 30 days, you already laid yourself in another challenge. What structure are you going to do the DaVinci videos in? Would you like us all to give you suggestions? Or I'm kind of, you can give me suggestions and I will take them, but I'm kind of just going through the app. Like I have no, you know me, I don't do structure. That takes too much time. That's how you get stuck trying to make structure. I'm just doing them. So today I am opening the app and I'm going to do cut page because that's just the first place to start. And then I know my bestie told me don't even bother with the cut page. But the thing that I heard about the cut page is that it is designed for content creators to quickly edit content. So I think I'm going to start there and I would just go through the cut page and how to import some stuff and how to chop a video. So that's what it's going to be. But that's it. Listen to all your videos. Don't be surprised if please do, Brooke. You know what it is. We love you for that. We love you for that. I'm glad that Julie came back. Thank you, Julie. Like, you do your thing. And now she make me want to go ride a horse again. Like, I mean, dude, we got people. We got good people. Tati came through today. Thank you, Tots. Love you, Mommy. So much fun. Caleb showed up. Hershey Bar is in the building. Obs is always Obs. When Ob rolled grit, let's do it. And her being from Georgia, all I seen was grits. Because I'm hungry. I had some grits when I went to Florida because we don't do grits in Hawaii. We just don't. So I got off the plane. I went straight to First Watch and got cheese grits because I'm in the South. I'm in the South. All right, family. I love you guys. I got shit to do. I got to go debrief with my squad. So appreciate you. Okay, Minnie says OBS hotkeys would help a lot. Oh, you guys are talking things that I don't know nothing about. Imagine me saying that. Why are you laughing, Mary Lou? Why are you laughing?
I don't no reason. Just having a good time. I love chatting with you. I love our weekly hangouts with you guys, with Doc, with Paul and Obs. It's great. Like I look forward to this. So I'm glad that we get to do this.
You know what I remembered to do yesterday when I was in the lounge? Thank you, by the way, is freaking going to the App Store and delete my CapCut subscription And then I went into the app and I deleted all of the projects. But I want to remind you, because I don't remember Mary Lou said this or not, because when I seen her video, I was super late. I didn't just delete them once. I went into the trash can and deleted them again. So I deleted them twice to make sure that they're absolutely gone. I went to the cloud. I almost forgot that step, but I seen the cloud icon. I was like, I have never pressed this icon my whole entire life. I went to the cloud icon, select all, delete, then go to the trash can again and delete. I deleted everything. And then I uninstalled the app. So unfortunately, my subscription renewed in April. But yeah, bam, that's it.
It's okay.
That
It got
is
somebody gas for the week. Like that's what I think about that. But yeah, I need to do a follow up with the delete how to delete all the data. But I like got the cancel the subscription because just deleting the app doesn't cancel the subscription. And there's plenty of other things to edit on, my friends.
yeah.
There's
Like
plenty of
DaVinci.
things. Yeah, there's so
Yeah.
many.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I did this. Okay, anyway, I gotta jump. I'm gonna go talk to Katie. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you guys. Oh, you gotta end the stream. He's dumb.